Look, here's what I love about this program. Here's why I'm so excited about today. It is that we have come together, civilians, military, state, federal, local, school districts, to do for one another the best we can, to give one another our very best. The cadets have given this community their best and will give the state their best. And the staff and cadre and supporters of the academy have given them their best. So let me talk about that first. And I'm going to speak not as an elected official, but I'm going to speak as somebody who, as you heard in the introduction, I had my own challenges growing up. As the child of immigrants and someone who had cancer twice before I was 8 years old. I became blind at age 8. And by the way, I always joke that because that happened in 1989, that means all 8 years I could see did take place in the 1980s. So all my visual memories are still from the 1980s. So everyone still looks like Cyndi Lauper and Boy George. The parents know who those people are. The cadets don't, but the parents know. But you know, I had a tough time. It's tough being a teenager, period. It was particularly tough for me, having gone through some experiences that I just felt separated me so much from everybody else, made me so different. And you know, I feel so grateful for those people who gave me their best, who really believed in me, and even more importantly, taught me to believe in myself. My mom, I often tell this story from when I was in 3rd grade. I'd just become blind, and this incident occurred that really shaped me in so many ways, which was that, you know, in 3rd grade, you know, what's every 3rd grader's favorite time of the school day? Recess, right? So, and that's true even here in the rainy side of the state. And so I would be waiting with the other kids all morning long for recess. Can't wait for recess to come. But knowing that I had just become blind, and I think maybe more importantly for them, knowing that my mother was a lawyer, the school district, and I know we've got the superintendents here, school board members here, but you know, school district officials were not too thrilled with the idea of this kid who was blind playing on the slippery playground equipment 5 feet off the ground while the other kids were playing. That they wanted me to, they said, well, you know, why doesn't he just, we think it's safer if he just stays with the recess monitors while the other kids are playing. So you can imagine how isolated I felt, how alienated I felt, how different I felt. I mean, here I'd already been out of school because of fighting cancer and chemotherapy and all the different things that I had to leave school for. And now I couldn't even look forward to recess. So I went home and told my parents that this was happening. And my mom went to the school the next day. She went to the principal's office. And, you know, these are the kinds of parents that like school board members fear. But she went to the principal, and she, I think most importantly, took me with her to the principal's office so that I could learn how to be an advocate for myself. And she said to the principal, I'm going to take my son to your school over the weekend, and I'm going to teach him how to, you know, get around the playground and use the playground equipment, and he's going to learn it just as well as any other kid knows their way around. He's going to learn his way around. She said, you know, it may happen that he may slip and fall, and he may even slip and fall and break his arm. That's a fear that any mother has. But she said, I could fix a broken arm, but I can never fix a broken spirit. Now, from that moment, that's right, and from that moment on, there were so many other incidents and times and opportunities and situations where I had to fight for my own inclusion, but I benefited from those who believed in me, teachers who believed in me, and moved that playground gospel forward in every aspect of my life so that those different barriers, going to college, which many people think if you have a disability like mine, maybe college isn't for you. Running for office, becoming a lawyer, any of these things. As my life went along, You can imagine there were those who said, how can you do that? And yet there were people, and I always chose to surround myself. My parents taught me, surround yourself with people who give you their best, who do their best for you, and who insist that you do your best as well. And so I want to once again ask everyone to join me in thanking all of those hardworking men and women who gave these cadets their best so that they could have their playground moment, their playground gospel made real for them, because we know that when you go out there and serve others, you may even break an arm, but you will never have your spirit broken if those who give you their best teach you the power of your own spirit and your ability to overcome. Give them a round of applause for working so hard for all of these cadets. Now,